What's going on, guys? Here it is, the 11th of January, 2024. 7 o'clock tonight, new candle. Bitcoin didn't do anything real exciting. Made a new high today. Great job. Way to go, Bitcoin. Um, One of the things that I didn't realize was when I talk about some of these support and resistance things, I thought more people understood what I was talking about. So what I'm going to do here, this video is going to be a little bit slower. We're going to slow way down. We're going to put support and resistance. We're going to build it in our chart. No GAN fan, no nothing like that. We're not going to do anything crazy. We're just going to go back and actually build it and explain why we put it there. Okay? And that way we've got a setup built. And we're going to do it. We're going to start on the daily time frame, and I'm going to go to a brand new Bitcoin chart so there's no lines on it. And we're going to just start there. We're going to start from scratch. Okay? And we'll go to the daily time frame. And we'll start here. So we're going to start right here. We're going to look at this from this point. And what we're going to look at is simple little things. First thing we're going to do is we want to find our lowest low in this cycle up here, right? So that would be the December 11th. We're going to have our magnet on. And you can do it with the horizontal. I like doing horizontal ray, and you'll see why in a minute. And I'm going to say do this. The stuff that you do on the daily timeline, make it a different color. I'll start off white on daily, right? All right, and so one other thing I like to do is that in that same cycle, like we just made this new high today. So let's go back and mark this high here. All right, so now we've got low, previous high, and then you can always put lines here, but we'll worry about that later. We're going to talk about the rest of this. We're going to talk it out. So where was our next low beyond that, right? So if we go back, no low, no lower low. This was your lowest low. Looks like it was June 15th. So we're going to talk about a couple of things here. We never broke that low after we came up here. So we never broke structure. Notice the word structure. This low was confirmed because we made a higher high afterwards. So that confirmed lower low. Same way here. Lower low was here because you came and made a higher high after you made the low. So that confirms your low. All right, and a couple of things we could do here. We can go to our higher high here, put a mark there. And then we can come here to our higher high here, put a mark there. This was the low, but this was your lowest low. This was your November 21st, 2022 low. All right, so now we got that. So now we can come back and mark this higher high. Notice how close that is. Pretty funny, huh? How it always comes back and uses support. And we're going to learn that as we go. So this was in the falling pattern. This was a lower low. And this was your higher high. Look to your right though. Do I really need to mark that? Pretty funny, huh? How about this lower low right here? Do I need to mark that? How about this higher high right here? Do I need to mark that? This lower low we need to mark. And I'll show you this. Look how close that is. But look how that candle came back and retested that before it launched. So we can also mark, because you made a higher high than that, so that confirms that. This low here can also be marked because you made a higher high. Alright, so then we can come in and we can mark this higher high. And we can't see over there right now, but we'll look at that. I wanted to pause and show you guys right here while we're sitting here looking. This little impulse bounce that we did right here. It's 46%. That was in the middle of that fall coming down. We bounced up 46% in the middle of a fall. We come down to 32,000, played back to $48,000. So when you hear me talk about in these videos, going back in history, look at the size of these candles right here. I mean, you're 2 days, almost 3 days of candles right there, over 10%. And y'all talk about it's not right that they do this to us. It's manipulation. No, it's not. It's in the history. It does it all the time. This is Bitcoin. Anyway, back to this. We're gonna mark that one. Higher high. This big low. Higher high. Big low. And then it made a higher high than that. I'm gonna mark it just because it's right there. There's a lot of information right there, so we're gonna put a mark there. So that'll get you to 59,250. Come up here and put one up here if you want. So that gets you to the 69,000, right? So now you've built support and resistance for your chart, right? So here's what a thing I would do. I would come into this one and I would come in and put cycle low. You go to text and then you click the text box right there. And of course you can change the color, you can change, where spaces out. You can change your size and all that stuff, where you want it, whole 9 yards. If you guys didn't know how to do that, now you do. So let's change the color. Let's change the color of this one. Let's make it yellow, because this is the cycle we're working in right now. So we'll make that stick out like a sore thumb, right? All right, so now we've got that highlight, right? So now you can come in to the 1 hour. Let's come into the 1 hour chart here. And let's start breaking it down even further. So that already was marked, so we don't need to change it, right? We can come in and add one here. Let's change this color. And we could, you already got one there. All that touches already. You could add one here. I don't see where it would be very beneficial. This come up, didn't make a higher high. This one didn't. This one, that's your higher high to that. So this would be your trading range. But you got previous support from way back over there to show you that line. So there's really not much more information that you can add. Maybe if you wanted to come up here and mark these, right, as your newest spots, right? Now that you got a new higher high closed out, right? So we can mark that, and there's really no sense in marking that since it's already marked for you, because that would be low, but it's already marked because we used it from way the hell back over there. So that goes to show you how support and resistance works, even from going back in history to set everything up. And then if you wanted to get fancy from here, there's a couple of tools that you could use. A lot of people like to see the Gann stuff that I use. Let me find that one. The Gann fan. Lonesome. This one right here. So if you wanted to use that, start trying to understand some of the stuff we do with Ganns, you can come in and change the settings, get rid of the let's get rid of some stuff. Get rid of those line fills, get rid of that noise. And then you can, change your transparency and stuff. Change your look back period to more candles, give you a little more depth. You change your pivot period and change it up a little bit. But you can use them on different time frames. Kind of funny how that worked out, huh? Funny. Anyway, just another little tool you guys could use. Not using RSI, not using anything, just using trade from the line, sell at the line. It's pretty simple when you look at it that way. makes it a little safer, gives you something else. And if you want to put RSI, MACD, EMAs on, whatever, you can add those on, and then you can start, you know, trading your lines, trading your support and resistance, knowing where the price is. If it rejects from here, it could come here and hold, or it can, you know, possibly go up to here. Because in history, we've seen that line from over here that we could come back to here. You know, so that's your a decent little build right there, guys. I hope this helps and points you in the right direction. If you need any help, the link for the Discord is in the YouTube description. Come in, say hi, ask. There's tons of charts. People will be glad to help get you going along your way. Anyway, until another time, y'all have a good one.